Welcome to another Business Spotlight, where we share insights, pearls of wisdom, and reflections from local business leaders. My name is Kerry James. I'm a business coach and a facilitator. And today on the Business Spotlight, we have founding director of Aspire Exec, Rachael Fennessey. Good morning and great to have you on, Rachael.
Thanks, Kerry. Thanks for inviting me.
You're very welcome. So Aspire Exec, a bit of a clue in the title, but not too much detail. How long have you been in business, please? And what do you specialize in?
We've been in business for 12 years and we specialize in recruiting for the wealth management sector and coaching within that sector.
Okay. And so what sort of size and shape of team have you built up over those 12 years?
We've got a team of 7, so I still work with the clients. I look after the big clients and I do the majority of the coaching. And then we've got a team of consultants who all focus on delivery. We're very headhunting focused, so we go out to find more of the passive talent in the marketplace, and we work with hand-selected clients that we believe in, that we want to support to find them that talent. So yeah, there's a team of 7 of us.
Okay, so the finance sector, clearly that's a big sector with all sorts of different sizes and shapes of players in it, Rachael. What might be an ideal client for you, or what maybe different 2 or 3 sectors do you tend to work in?
So we're actually really niche. It's within finance, we're financial services, and it's the wealth management part of that. So we deal with the people who look after so investment managers, pension investments. So we're financial advisors. If you've heard the term IFA, independent financial advisor, we work with IFAs, and then the support people of that. So like your compliance managers, paraplanners, which sounds like quite a lot of job titles, but it's actually, it is a really small niche, and that's our specialism. That's what we do.
Okay, and you mentioned the recruitment side and the coaching side. What's the sort of balance between those 2 elements of your service?
The bulk of the business is recruitment, and then I the one who deals with the coaching, because I've gone through all of my qualifications over recent years and very passionate about it. And it's been a bit of a natural progression that a lot of our clients have wanted that additional support. It's something that I've always enjoyed, so I've branched out on that and get a lot of fulfillment from it. I think you get older and you get more of a purpose, and the recruitment's great, and it's like what I've done for 22 years, but I really enjoy the coaching side. The rest of the team are very much recruitment focused, so we've got key relationships with clients that we've built up over the years, and we're the go-to for them, so they always come to us to go and find their people, and yeah, we enjoy that relationship that we have with them.
Okay, and there's obviously a whole range of different types of coaches, Rachael, on the personal side, on the business side, etc. What areas do you tend to focus on with your clients in the financial sector?
So it's holistic. I deal with business leaders and small business owners and then their teams. When I'm working with a team, it's more results focused and strategic. So we're working together to keep them engaged and empower the teams to get the results and work together, which helps obviously the business achieve its objective, but very focused on employee engagement. When I'm working with individuals, I work with leaders who want to be more or get more balance, or work with them to really help them step up in their lives and their careers, because my view is it's holistic, it's all encompassing, that everything feeds into each other. And if you've got all areas working well, and I work with individuals to find out what that is and remove blockers and achieve what they want to across their professional and personal lives.
Okay, and on the recruitment side, I'm guessing it's a relatively competitive arena. Would that be fair to say, Rachael?
I guess so, but it's not. We've done it for so long. It's not like high street. It's not. It's a much longer process in financial services because it's so niche. People are very well qualified to do what we need them to do. So our relationships are more for the long term. So I suppose in any industry, people buy from people, don't they? And they come to us because we're their trusted source. So if someone wants to move on in their career, they'll come to me as a coach because they need that help to gravitate themselves up, or they'll come because they want to explore what positions we've got, or get some advice on where to go, what their market worth is, how to go about it. We're very much focused on the people skills, so uncovering people's values and then guiding them on where they would be suited to, which when you've worked in one market for so long, it becomes second nature. So yes, it is competitive because recruitment is, but I don't, not like maybe your standard recruitment industry. It's competitive in a different way that you're to be the trusted, as long as you've got that engagement and that trust with people, they'll come back to you.
Okay, and I'm trying to think about the impact of all the environmental changes over the last 3 years. Clearly, it's been quite an interesting 3 years, to say the least, whether it's inflation rates or interest rates or the digital revolution or hybrid working or the impact of lockdown, etc. How has, of all of those things and maybe other environmental changes, how have they affected your industry, would you say?
Great. Well, apart from the market, apart from the obvious things that haven't been so great, but in terms of, so in the industry that we work in wealth management, there was a lot of resistance toward technology. So when we had lockdown, they had to embrace it, and that's really improved efficiencies, and it's helped businesses with their overheads because they've got rid of the offices that they don't necessarily need. So that's been helpful. The markets haven't been helpful because ours are all assets under management focused. So with the markets fluctuating and not being so great, that's impacted profitability. But from a business operational point of view, it's been positive. And for us as a business, we were remote based anyway. I'm in the office here today. There's a couple of us work from the office. We work here 2-3 days a week. And then the rest of the team are dotted around the country. So we've got a full UK coverage, but that was pre-COVID that we had that set up anyway.
Okay, so that's been generally good news. So what would you say are the main challenges for your business today, Rachel?
Bandwidth. I would love for us to be able to support more businesses and more individuals. I'd love for us to do more of what we do. But for that to happen, that would mean growth of the team. And through growth of the team, that would take me away from doing what I love, which is coaching individuals, coaching businesses, and helping business. So it's the overall strategy that I work with businesses on. And if I grow the team any bigger, my bandwidth isn't enough to be able to do that, and I enjoy that. But then I would like to be able to help more businesses that we do, because we do a great job. So yeah, I'd say that's the biggest challenge, is bandwidth.
And so moving forward and linking to that, I'm guessing with a name like Aspire Exec, you've got your own aspirations. So what sort of size and shape, or how do you see the business differently in kind of 3 to 5 years time, would you say?
So over the next few years, I'd like maybe to bring in a couple of consultants or train up the existing consultants who already do a great job and know the industry inside out on coaching. I'd like them to go through their NLP training and do their coaching qualifications so that they can offer this additional support to our clients as well. I've never really had aspirations to have a team more than about 10. 10's kind of where I had my vision at, purely from a capacity point of view, unless I could bring in an MD who could do what I'm doing in the management of the business, I suppose. But yeah, some growth, but growth of service, and to continue. We've had a great success in making an impact in our sector in gender parity and helping businesses work on their diversity and inclusion. And really more of that. And that's with coaching, the coaching of leaders and working with, the teams, but also how we're supporting them on their recruitment and the talent that they're bringing in. And just to see more of what we've been doing in that field.
Do you think that diversity and inclusion is a particular challenge within the finance sector?
There's two big challenges. 3/5 of the financial advisor population are due to retire over the next 10 years.
Wow.
So that's major. And
although I guess the good news is that most of those are men.
Yeah, but we're not replacing them. So the businesses aren't investing as much as they should be, as much as they need to be in training up. Like I said, the advisors have to go through a lot of qualifications and regulations to get up to having their license. And whilst they can do the qualifications off their own bat, they need the support of a business to actually become authorised. And there's not enough replenishment going on. So it's good in a way that, the kind of, it was a very male environment. And obviously, a lot of that is retiring, but we're not replacing it. And that leaves a massive gap, because then there's an advice gap. And with an advice gap, that impacts the economy, because we're not as a population, we don't have the know-how in the main to actually go about that ourselves. So if we haven't got an advisor to support us, that's a problem. So that's a big problem in financial services at the moment that really needs addressing, like now, and targeting even like Generation Alpha, targeting them to really heighten interest in getting into the financial services world as a career, because it's a great career. It offers lots for lots of people, but there's not enough of a push on it. Okay.
And in terms of moving on to kind of lessons and advice and reflections and top lessons you've taken on board through your recent career and leading the business over the last 12 years or so, Rachel, if you were giving advice to a young new business owner today, what do you think the top lessons might be that you'd like to share or advise people on that they might not predict as a new business owner?
I think I think it's really important to be really clear on who you want to work with, to assess your own values, or work with a coach to unpick your own values and what your own motivators are, and be really clear on who you're supporting, because you can, and I've done this, so this is me learning from my own experience, you can kind of go out and see everything as an opportunity and take on, every business, every client, but actually if you're not aligned to them, you can be almost swimming upstream to create an amazing relationship and get amazing results. But if you're truly aligned to the people that you're supporting, the results will come with them. So I think to be really clear on the clients that you're supporting and what your business and personal values are, that's really key. And to embrace change, because you'll know this from your own experience, you can't control what goes on around you. You can control your own response to it, but you can't control what goes on around. So you need to be always ready to change when it's needed to be, and to be fluid and sort of not beholden to things when actually they need to be changed. And to prioritize health. You haven't got your health, you haven't got anything, because you're not there, you're not in your business. In January, I broke my jaw, and I couldn't talk. I had my jaw wired, and I couldn't talk for like 3 weeks. And I thought, the business is great, it can run itself, it's all good. But actually, I'm not at that point yet. The business still very much needs me in it. And it really, I do focus on my health anyway, but it was just a real reminder of how important it is for anybody to look after their health, but a business owner, they can have a tendency to take everything on, and burnout and overwhelm can be quite serious threats to a business owner. So prioritize health and balance.
Very good. And we can't always control our circumstances, but we can always control our reaction to those circumstances, right? Very wise counsel. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Rachel. If there's anybody from the financial sector who's interested in a follow-up conversation, what might be a sensible next step, do you think?
Well, if they're on LinkedIn with me, and we can get a session in to talk about how I can support you, be that in supporting your business with recruitment or be it in coaching. Connect with me on LinkedIn, or all my contact details are on LinkedIn. That's probably the best way, or on our website, which is aspireexec.co.uk.
Great. And we'll put those URLs, we'll put those links with the interviews that we put onto social media onto the website. So we'll make sure we do that. Rachel, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you ever so much for your time and your thoughts today, and all the very best with Aspire Exec.
Thanks, Kerry.